Blood pooled on the icy asphalt, each drip a stark echo in the deserted parking lot, counting down to a reckoning nobody saw coming. Through the flickering dash cam, three silhouettes closed in with predatory precision, circling their prey. But the woman at the center, Elena Carter, stood unyielding. No tears, no retreat, just a steely resolve forged from secrets buried for 5 years. They thought they were cornering a defenseless professor. They had no clue who they were up against. 5 days earlier, late summer light poured into room 104 at Riverdale College in Portland, Oregon, September 2027. Elena, a history professor, wove through desks with a fire that made the past feel alive, her voice electric as she dissected the Battle of Antietam. "Why did Lee's strategy collapse?" she asked, eyes sweeping the room. 30 students stared back, but one, Lucas Kane, lounged in the back, glued to his phone. "Mr. Kane," Elena called, firm but calm. No response. At 20, Lucas carried the arrogance of untouchable wealth. His family's real estate empire practically owned half the city. "Lucas." She stepped closer, heels clicking on the tile. The room held its breath, sensing a storm. He finally looked up, eyes cold. "What? Antietam? Old news. Dead guys don't matter." Elena held his gaze. "Maybe you'd care if you'd written your own paper instead of outsourcing it." The air froze. A bold red F gleamed on the essay. She slid onto his desk. "This isn't your work. The style, the phrasing, it's not you. First warning. Next, it's the ethics board." Lucas's smirk vanished, replaced by a dangerous glint. His shadow, Mason Reed, a hulking figure tied to the Kane dynasty, shifted nearby, cracking his knuckles. "You're digging your own grave," Lucas hissed. Elena didn't flinch. "The only mistake is thinking rules don't apply to you." The bell rang, but Lucas lingered, venom in his stare. "My family funds this college. You're nothing." Elena erased the board, steady. "Money doesn't buy everything, Lucas. You'll learn that." The next day, Dean Harold Baxter summoned her. His office reeked of bureaucracy, piles of untouched files, a smile that never reached his eyes. "Elena, seat. I got a call from Mr. Coney Senior. He's concerned about Lucas's grade." Elena leaned forward. "He earned that F by cheating." Baxter sighed. "The Canes donated $750,000 to our new library. They're eyeing the science wing next." Her jaw tightened. "Are you asking me to fudge a grade for cash?" Baxter's smile twitched. "I'm just giving context." Before she could reply, Lucas burst in, tossing a thick envelope onto the desk. $15,000 to rethink my grade," he said, smirking at Elena. "Imagine what a real change could get." Baxter's eyes widened, but Elena grabbed the cash and shoved it back at Lucas. "Integrity's not for sale. Your F stands." Lucas's face burned red. "You'll regret this." She walked out, Mason's glare trailing her like a blade. That night, her social media was hijacked. Doctored photos flooded her feed, each one vicious. By morning, the campus was buzzing with screenshots. A student, Noah Ellis, lingered after class. "It was Lucas," he whispered. "He's done this before. Be careful." Noah, a scholarship athlete tied to the Kane-funded team, looked torn. 3 profs challenged him before. They're all gone now. Elena's blood ran cold, but she nodded. "I'm not leaving." The next day, her car's tires were slashed in the faculty lot. No cameras, no proof. Convenient, she thought. Lucas watched from his sleek $80,000 SUV, smirking. But Elena didn't waver. In class, she turned the vandalism into a lesson on defiance, comparing it to the colonists' stand against tyranny. "Oppression breeds resistance," she said, locking eyes with Lucas. "Push too hard, and people push back. That's not theory, it's history." That night, alone in her apartment, Elena's phone buzzed. Unknown number. Drop the F or drop dead. Then a photo of her father's grave in Boston. Fresh roses she hadn't placed. Her hands shook, not with fear but fury. They'd gone too far. Noah cornered her the next morning. "They're planning something for Friday." Mason bought crowbars, 3 of them. Her pulse spiked, but she stayed calm. "Why tell me?" Noah's eyes darted. I'm done staying silent. But you're not safe. She wanted to tell him she wasn't helpless, that her past as an undefeated kickboxer wasn't just a memory, but some truths were better left buried. Friday dawned heavy with storm clouds. Elena checked her dash cam, left a voicemail for her dad, "I love you, talk soon," and drove to campus, Mason's black truck tailing her. The day dragged, tension coiling tighter. At lunch, Noah begged her to leave early. "I'm not running," she said. He hesitated, then showed her his phone. "I've recorded them for months, every threat, every scheme. If anything happens, this goes public." By 4:30 p.m., the college was a ghost town. Elena graded papers, ears tuned to every sound, distant footsteps, the creak of a door. At 4:45, the lot's lights died. At 4:50, 3 sets of boots echoed closer. She grabbed her bag and headed for the parking garage open space. Cameras, her car's dash cam blinking. Lucas's voice cut through the dark. "Going somewhere, Professor?" She didn't answer, striding toward her car as the garage door groaned shut. They emerged like wolves, Lucas ahead, Mason to her right, and Caleb Holt, another Kane lackey, to her left. "Should have taken the money," Lucas sneered, crowbar gleaming. "Would have been cleaner." Elena set her bag down, hand steady. "Right isn't always easy." Lucas laughed, but Mason's voice was ice. "In our world, we write the rules." They fanned out, cutting off escape. But Elena wasn't fleeing. Lucas lunged, crowbar swinging. She sidestepped, fluid as instinct, and felt Mason's arms clamp from behind. Time froze. Her old coach's words roared back. "Fear is power. Unleash it." She dropped low, slamming her head back into Mason's face. A wet crunch split the air as his nose shattered, blood spraying like paint. He screamed, collapsing, hands clawing his face. Lucas froze, crowbar limp. "What the?" Caleb backed off, spooked. Elena shifted to a fighter's stance, hands raised, eyes lethal. 3 seconds to leave. 3. Lucas, unhinged, charged, swinging wildly. She flowed around the blow, her elbow cracking his jaw with surgical force. Blood exploded as he crumpled, crowbar clanging uselessly. "Leave," she said, unruffled. Noah appeared at the entrance, phone recording, face pale but resolute. "Got it all," he stammered. "Cops are coming." Sirens wailed, closing in. Caleb fled, boots pounding. Mason, blood-soaked, groaned. "You were supposed to be scared." Elena knelt, handing him napkins. "I was." "Fear doesn't mean weak." Police swarmed the scene. Lucas, spitting blood, vowed, "My father will end you." Noah stepped forward. "Not with this." He played recordings, months of Lucas's crimes. Extortion, assaults, setups. The evidence was ironclad. Dashcam and security footage sealed its self-defense, clean and clear. By morning, the story detonated. "Professor fights back," trended nationwide. Noah's recordings exposed a years-long reign of terror. Victims spoke out, students coerced, staff silenced. The Kane Empire unraveled under federal scrutiny, bribery, fraud, corruption. Dean Baxter resigned in disgrace. Lucas faced felony charges, his family's influence powerless against the tidal wave of truth. Monday, Elena entered campus to cheers. Students waved signs. "Carter for dean." Superintendent Laura Vance offered her a role leading a new empowerment program, self-defense, ethics, resilience. "Teach them to stand tall," Vance said. Elena agreed, tears in her eyes. Her first class drew hundreds, from timid freshmen to reformed bullies, all learning that strength wasn't violence, seat was choice. 6 months later, Riverdale was a beacon of change. Lucas, in detention, was in therapy. Mason mentored at-risk youth. Noah, now a campus hero, earned a Stanford scholarship. Elena's program went national, her classes blending history with courage. One evening, Lucas's mother, Diane Kane, visited. "You saved my son," she said, tears falling. "He's finally facing himself." She offered Elena a role advising a new anti-bullying foundation. "I'm in," Elena said. As she locked the gym, her kickboxing glove, keychain gleamed, a reminder of the fighter she'd always been, now fighting for others. The sunset blazed, and students walked free, unafraid. True power wasn't wealth or fear. It was standing up, knees shaking, and saying no more. What would you do if you faced a Lucas Kane? Would you take the money or fight back, knowing the cost? Should schools prioritize justice over donations? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more stories of grit and truth.